Our first report is on the Zero Plastic Waste Initiative. We found that the federal government did not know whether its reduction activities would eliminate all plastic waste by 2030. Although the initiative refers to zero plastic waste, its targets refer only to reducing plastic waste and are not measuring against the end goal of zero plastic waste. It is an important distinction that needs to be reflected in the initiative's reporting so that Canadians and parliamentarians can see how much progress is being made towards eliminating plastic waste. Our next audit examined contaminated sites in northern Canada, which continue to carry significant health, environmental, and financial risks. We found that Transport Canada and Crown Indigenous Relations and Northern Affairs Canada, which manage many of these sites, complied with the Federal Contaminated Sites Action Plan. However, this was not enough for the program to meet its objectives of reducing the health, environmental, and financial risks associated with these sites. The Canada-wide financial liability for known federal contaminated sites has increased from $2.9 billion to $10.1 billion since the launch of the action plan in 2005. While only 11% of the sites are in the north, over 60% of Canada's total estimated financial liability is linked to the remediation of northern sites. This is an enormous financial burden on taxpayers and represents a failure to properly implement the polluter pays principle, as many private sector sites had to be taken over by the federal government.
The Government of Canada welcomes the 5 reports presented by the Commissioner of Environment and Sustainable Development. These reports provide valuable feedback that will help Canada better respond to the triple planetary crisis of climate change, widespread biodiversity loss, and pollution. In fact, federal departments are already taking steps to implement several of the Commissioner's recommendations. Regarding the Commissioner's report on federal contaminated sites, the government is committed to taking the necessary actions to clean up federal contaminated sites for the health of the environment and Canadians. In fact, over 24,000 contaminated sites that the federal government has identified. Of those, we have successfully closed more than 75% of them since 2005.